back to Bristol Motor Speedway of Bristol, Tennessee. A new leader here tonight. The Valvoline Ford of Mark Martin just a moment ago, 2 laps ago to be exact, and here's how it happened. Goes down in turn 1, and Tony Stewart sees him back there, and Mark has been very, very fast. Tony did not really argue with Mark. Mark just moved up the racetrack and let him have that spot. Now go ahead, Dan.
Some heavy racing right there. Sterling Marlin, we said he made a pit stop, and he's been coming back up through the pack with those fresh tires. Bobby Hamilton now trying to move on the inside of the 1 car on Steve Hart. And here's Ward Burton, but Ward is a lap down.
All right, Jimmy Dean telemetry riding on board the Husqvarna Pontiac for Ward Burton shows you his speed there in traffic, not what would be without the car in front of him, 120 couple miles an hour. Steve Park was run up in the 5th spot just a few laps ago. He's now fallen back to the 9th spot. Now right behind this car is our points leader. There's the car number 18 and the 28 of Ricky Rudd. Bobby Labonte and Ricky Rudd are there. That is the 10th and 11th position. And the 77 car of Robert Presley is there. There's the 99 car. That's all for position. That's 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th.
You know, we saw Robert Presley way back early in the race was really having some problems, handling problems with that number 77 Ford, but he apparently got it straightened out and still up there in the lead lap running in 12th position, so he's done a great job.
And they held him a lap in the pits for pitting outside his box. He had lost a lap. He has made that lap up and now come all the way back to 12th position, so a great run for Robert Presley as he ride along with the X-Side onboard camera for Jeff Burton. A little bit of contact, Benny?
Well, right now Sterling Marlin is going by Dale Jarrett back over the 6th spot. At Bristol, I don't know if Bristol you'd call that contact or not, probably a little bit of rubbing. Also Ted Musgrave, the Bell South car. 01 car has got by these. He has moved into the 5th position.
Benny, Ted Musgrave started 40th in the 01 car. Give a call to him. His 10th start this year, and as you said a moment ago, an 01 car all the way up in 5th position. What a great run for the 44-year-old driver, Ted Musgrave.
And he is gaining quickly on Dale Earnhardt, who is running in 4th position. As we watch this battle between Jeff Burton and Robert Presley, Dale Earnhardt Jr. Haven't seen much of him tonight, but here he is.
That is 12th, 13th, and 14th. They're riding along with the 12th place car, looking back at the 13th place effort of Robert Presley. And here comes the 31 car, Mike Skinner.
And right now, Musgrave is closing in on the back bumper of Dale Earnhardt. Could be because Earnhardt was caught in behind the 11 car of Brett 09, or it could be that Musgrave is faster. We'll have to see how it plays out.
I think those fresher tires that Musgrave and Sterling Marlin have are just allowing them to motor towards the front.
What about Dale Earnhardt's situation, John Kernan?
Jerry, I just talked to his crew chief, Kevin Hamlin. He said Dale told him a few laps might have a tire going down. And I asked him, I said, well, is it loose? Is it like a right rear? Is it a right front? He said, well, I don't really know. So the crew is up on the wall. They're at the ready just in case Earnhardt decides to duck on the pit road. But right now, Kevin Hamlin watching the monitor, watching our coverage very carefully to see what might be wrong with the 3 car. But then again, who knows? It may not be anything wrong with it.
And you watch Earnhardt there trying to hold off the challenge of Bobby Hamilton in the Kodak Chevrolet for position for 6th spot. Earnhardt who won this race a year ago from 26th starting spot, far back in the field. Earnhardt having been one of our leaders, he led 2 laps. We have had 11 different leaders, 13 lead changes. Mark Martin currently is our leader. If you watch this side-by-side action,
77 car, Robert Presley loses another spot to the 21 car.
That 12 car of Jeremy Mayfield there is 3 laps down as he goes around. Remember, he had that flat tire. He had to make the green flag pit stop way back in the race.
16 cars on the lead lap. The last car on the lead lap is Jeff Gordon. As you watch this battle here, Dale Jarrett in the 88 in the 1 car. Steve Park for 9th, 8th, and 9th. Martin drives on the inside of Earnhardt. Got position, takes that spot away. So put Bobby Hamilton up in the 6th spot. Now Jarrett, both Jarrett and Park have caught Earnhardt. You heard John Kernan say Kevin Hamilton, the crew, said Earnhardt thinks he might have had a tire going down.
It's been a very slow leak here as it is going down, because it would show up big time in this racetrack if it was really getting low.
Maybe the handle just going away, but he's obviously not running nearly as well as he's run early on in this race.
No, he is not. You're right.
Possible problem brewing in the 18 pit. Let's check in with Ray.
Well, Jerry, Bobby Labonte has been on the radio saying that his right foot and his right leg are getting really bad cramps in them. So he asked Jimmy Maycar if any other drivers have fallen out of this race. We may need to get a standby driver. I just saw Dave Blaney over here in the pit, and I think Blaney is going to get his uniform back on in case this situation gets worse for our point leader.
Wow. He's still running good out there. He's gaining on these cars that we've been watching race here.
As Earnhardt loses another spot, Steve Park goes by in the Pennzoil car. So Earnhardt has now fallen back to the 9th spot. What's he lost? 6 spots in the last few laps then?
Yes.
As you ride along with our Winston Cup points leader back up front, it's tightening up again as Tony Stewart moves it on the back of Mark Martin. They are 1st and 2nd as we are just past the 300 lap mark. 302 laps are complete. High Bank Winston Cup action at Bristol Motor Speedway. Martin, Stewart, Wallace, Musgrave, and Marlin are the top 5.